Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hemashailaabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Premapurnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahiteratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Having suggested, instructed also, we may say, from Ramchandraji's standpoint, but from the Rishi's standpoint, Valmiki ji suggested Chitrakuta, where Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji can stay after telling him the 14 houses, which is nothing but one house, our own heart. Chitrakuta Mahima Amita. The glory of Chitrakuta is limitless. And Kahi Mahamuni Gai, which Mahamuni Valmiki ji explained in detail, which Tulsidas ji did not make that particular part. Next one is very interesting. I am talking about the 132nd Doha. Ai Nahaye Sarita Bara Siyasamye Tadu Bhai. This is what we saw yesterday. The very interesting word here is Ai. Ai means they came. Meaning what? Tulsi Dasi has already reached Chitrakuta. He did not want to waste time, probably. Maybe that was his thought. So he already reached Chitrakuta and he wanted Ramchandraji to come early. Therefore, immediately he came. That shows the intensity of love which Tulsidas has for Ramchandraji. Ai nahaye sarita bara. They came and they took bath. Siya sameta dau bai, all the three of them. Now what happened? We will see in the 133rd chaupai. रघुबर कहे उलखन भल घाटू करहु कतहु अब ठाहर ठाटू लखन दीख पय उतर करारा चहु दिसि फरेउ धनुष जिमिनारा नदी पनच सर समदमदाना सकल कलुष कलिसाउ जनाना चित्रकूट जनु अचल अहेरी चुकई न घात मार मुठ भेरी अस कही लखन ठाऊ देख रावा थलु बिलो की रघुबर सुख पावा रमेउ राम मनु देवन जाना चले सहित सुरथपति प्रधाना कोल की रात बेश सब आए रचे परन तृण सदन सुहाई बरनी न जाई मंजु दुई साला एक ललित लघु एक बिसाला लखन जानकी सहित प्रभु राजतरु चिरनिकेत सोह मदनु मुनि बेश जनु रति ऋतु राज समेत सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। रघुबर कहे उलखन भलद घाटू Ramchandri said, Lakshmana, here is a very beautiful place, and that small descent towards the river must be very, very wonderful place. Karamu katahu abatahar tahu. Now you do one thing. Find the appropriate place somewhere here only, as suggested by Valmiki ji Rishi. Find a very appropriate place here and make all arrangements for us to stay. Lakhan dikh paya utara karara. Then, having taken the instruction from Ramchandraji, Lakshmana jumped into action. He started looking all the place, and especially he surveyed the north bank of the river. It is called as Payasvini river, one of the tributaries of Ganga. Or probably one of the tributaries of Ganga is Mandakini. From Mandakini, this must have also come. One of the Payasvini, it is called. Paya Uttara, northern part. Chahudisi phire udhanusha jiminara. When he went there, he saw such a beautiful sight. What did he see? Chahudisi phirevu dhanusha jiminara. That particular river was beautifully flowing, and it was flowing with a beautiful, that bank of the river was like a beautiful turn around, like how a dhanush. And the river was like the that thread. Dhanusha jiminara. Nara is the thread which is tied on to the both ends of the dhanush. See, they are Kshatriyas, all said and done. Therefore, they could not think of any other example. That bend of that river bank appeared like Dhanusha. If you go to Marine Drive in Mumbai, you can see very beautiful. A necklace it is called, isn't it? Each one will have their own way of understanding. If you and I go there, probably we'll think of some eatable, some cup. Like that we will think. But what can Lakshmana think? So he thought it was like a dhanush and the river was like the Nara, that particular thread. Nadipanacha sarasamadhamadana sakala kalusha kalisavu janana. What did he find? He thought this particular nadi is like the bow and the arrows are, all those beautiful qualities. What is that? Sama, dama, dana. Shama, control of the mind. Dama, control of the senses. Dana, offering charity. Such thoughts came into Lakshmana's mind. Sakala kalusha kalisa ujanana. And what are the targets for that? If that is a bow and there are arrows, what are the targets for those arrows? They are nothing but all the mind's vices. Remember the vice which we discussed? Shadvairinaha, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the targets for this arrow. What are the arrows? Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Shadvairinaha, Shad Gunaha. Look at that. How beautiful. Matches. Shadvairinaha, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Shad Gunaha, Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Shadvairinaha, Shadgunaha. This Shadgunaha are the arrows which targets all the Shadvairinaha. Chitrakuta Janu Achala Ahare. Armed with this bow and arrows. Mount Chitrakuta. Chitrakuta is a very small, beautiful hill. Looks like, Lakshmana was looking like Chitrakuta rather was looking like a huntman, the hunter, having the bow and all these arrows of Shadgunaha. Chukaina ghata mara mutabheri. The one who takes an unerring aim. Unfathomable aim towards all these vairis, the enemies. All this only reminds me, what a beauty in poetry. Poetry is such a beautiful thing. You can bring out all your imaginations. If only you are a good poet, not you and I when we write, then something else will come. But Tulsi Dasi, what a beautiful poet. He brings all his imagination, his love, his joy, his delight. Everything comes in the form of poetry. Look at the beautiful description. Asakahi lakana thavu dekharava. With these words and with these thoughts, Lakshmana called Ramchandraji. He said, "Hey Bhrata, please come." What? I have selected this spot for the kutira, which you can live. You and Mata Sitaji can live. Thalu bilo ki raghubara sukhupava. And the moment Ramchandraji saw that spot, he was so delighted. In fact, internally he must have been appreciating Lakshmanji for that wonderful selection. He must have patted him also. Excellent, my brother. Wonderful selection. Go ahead. He was also very delighted. Ramivu Rama Manu Devana Jana Chale Sahita Surathapati Pradhana. Now, when the gods meaning what? All the immortal celestial gods. See, there are two types of gods, they say. One is these celestial beings, 33 crores, we all say. The Shastras give some number like that. All of them are celestial, immortal beings. We should understand that. But that is the small g. Whereas the capital G are the Mukhya Devatas, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Adi Shakti, etc. They are capital G, we may say. Now, these celestial beings, gods, Rameu Rama Manu Devana Jana, the moment they understood that this place is fixed for Ramchandraji and Sita ji for them to stay, Chale Sahita, immediately they started. With whom? Sahita means with what? Suratapati Pradana. Suratapati. Thapati means Sthapati. Sthapati means architect. Now, architecture in the Samskrita Bhasha is called Sthapatya Vidya. And the one who is good in Sthapatya Vidya is called Sthapati. Therefore, architecture, and the one who has mastered it is called an architect. Now, today architect is a very well known word. Sthapati Pradhana. Surasthapati, they brought the Sthapati of the entire celestial world. Vishwakarma, we all know the name, isn't it? Vishwakarma is the celestial being Sthapati. They brought him, and Kola Kirata Besha Sabaye, and they all, and not only that, they all came in the disguise. Because people will be around, some people may be walking, they should not come to understand all these people are devatas. Therefore, they came in what? Kirata, Kola Kirata, Kolas and Kiratakas and Billas, like that. There are so many, whether to call it as a caste, I don't know. I may not have that knowledge to brand it as caste. But then there were differences. All of them, they also came. The gods came in their form, disguise. Rache parana trina sadana suhaye. And then what did they do? They made a beautiful house. Kutira for Bhagavan Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji. Baranina jai manjudui sala. This lovely, beautiful kutiras which they have made cannot be described in words. There are two kutiras they made. What are the two kutiras? Eka Lalita Laghu, Eka Visala. Eka Lalita Laghu means what? One smaller kutira for Lakshmanji and one Vistara, beautiful larger kutira for Ramchandraji and Sita ji. Lakhan Janaki Sahita Prabhu Rajata Ruchira Niketa. Now, Lakshmanji in the smaller kutira and Janaki and Ramchandraji in the larger kutira, they adorned these kutira, meaning they settled down in that particular place. Sohamadanu muni besha janu ratiritu raja sameta. You know how they looked, that place was so beautiful, and Lord Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji looked even beautiful than the very Kamadeva. And his consort Rati fell short in front of Sita ji. And then of course the place, even Rati Rituraja Sameta. Rituraja meaning the autumn season. Beautiful autumn season. The king of all seasons, it is said. At that particular time, they settled in that kutira. Continuing, now see, a beautiful description is given. Very, very beautiful, It only shows, see, some people when they don't know how to enjoy it, what description? All time, every time boring. No. It only in our heart, if we have love for Ramchandraji, then all these descriptions will be very beautiful. Even in our day-to-day life we see, when we love somebody, when we love a particular place, then we enjoy that place, we look at that place, oh, that is so beautiful, this is so beautiful, that is wonderful. Recently, very recently, some 15, 20 days back, I had been to Mumbai. And in Mumbai, a group of us went to that Nita Ambani's, that is one, what is that? I don't remember that name. That place we went. How beautiful! Everywhere it is beautified and things like that. There are so many other visitors also there. And each one of, oh mama, look at this. Oh papa, look at this, look at this. I think we should have one like that in our house. They were all so delighted. Not that we were not delighted. We also enjoyed looking at that. But when you go to a new place, when you see something very fanciful, then the mind enjoys it. Isn't it? When it comes to Ramchandraji, the mind is always delighted. And therefore, Tulsi Das ji every moment is delighted, and see how he describes how people are delighted watching Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. He continues in the 134th Chaupai. Amar Nag Kinnar Disipala चित्रकूट आये तेहि काला राम प्रणाम कीन्ह सब काहू मुदित देवलहि लोचन लाहू बरषि सुमन कह देव समाजु नाथ सनाथ बये हम आजु करि बिनती दुख दुसह सनाये हर्षित निज निज सदन सिधाये चित्रकूट रघुनंदनु छाये समाचार सुनि सुनि मुनि आये आवत देखि मुदित मुनि वृंदा कीन्ह दंडवत रघुकुल चंदा मुनि रघुबर हिलाई उरलेहि सुफल हो नखित आशीष देहि सिय सौमित्रि राम छवि देखहि साधन सकल सफल करि लेखहि जता जोग सनमानि प्रभु विदा किए मुनि वृंद करहि जोग जप जाग तप निज आश्रम निसु छंद सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय अमर नाग किन्नर दिसिपाला Amar, all the gods, remember, small g gods, celestial beings, they are also immortals, remember. And then Nagas, they are also celestial beings. Kinnaras, and the guardians of all the 8 quarters, Ashtadikpalakas, all of them are heavenly beings, dwellers, we may say. Chitrakuta ayete hikala, all of them came to Chitrakuta. Why? Bhagavan has come and he is going to settle down in Chitrakuta. Now we all should go. Rama pranamu kinhi sab kahu. When all of them came, Bhagavan Ramchandra ji did pranams to all of them. Think. It only shows 2 very important facts. One, Ramchandra ji is, we may say behaving, conducting himself with a clear understanding of the fact that he is in the Manava Vesha, Manava Rupa, Manava Avatar. And therefore, when the gods and celestial beings come, they are at a pedestal and they have certain honorable position. Therefore, to honor them is very important. One more thing we may say, it is only to show all of us how humble we need to be, however in higher position we are, however big degrees we may have. Our heart must be humble and it should shower love, not, irrespective of the fact what the other people are. Irrespective of the fact whether the other people, you don't have to judge them. No judgments are required. Just shower love towards them. Look at that. Mudita devalahi lochan lahu. When Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, he did namaskarams to them, The gods were so glad. Their heart was full of joy and delight. And they felt Lochana. Look at that. Mudita Deva, very delightful devatas. Lahi Lochana Lahu. They felt as though the very purpose of the eyes were rewarded. These are all bhavana. When you study such bhakti grantha, then it is bhavana pradhana. One must have that bhavana in your heart. Only then you can enjoy such text. And the one who has no bhavana, who feels that he is logical, he may not enjoy this. He or she may not, I am a very intellectual person. I am a rational person. I want logic. I don't want all these feelings. People may have. But you know what? All of us are by default, honestly speaking, but pradhana we may say. What is that? We are all emotional by nature. When we are emotional by nature, bhakti is the right path for us. Think. And here you will find the gods had so much of love for Bhagavan Ramchandra ji. They felt the very purpose of their eyes is rewarded by the very darshan of Lord. So they were all very delighted. Barashi sumana kah deva samaju. All the deva samaju, they started raining flowers on all of them. Natha sanatha bhaye hama aju. Oh Lord, hey Rama, hey Bhagavan, today we feel we are secured. Why is it so? Until now, they felt themselves very insecure, without a leader. When there is no leader, the whole team gets distorted. It is a leader who brings all of them together. Sometimes with love, sometimes through instructions, sometimes orders, sometimes even, forcefully, whichever way, yenakena prakarena, the leader takes them towards the destination. When there is no proper leader, everybody will want to become a leader. And the entire team will get completely distorted and no work can take place. How many times we have seen in our own circumstances, even in family or even in our office, wherever, why even in ashrams, even among the trustees we see, in very many organizations we see, among the trustees, if there is no cohesive commitment, then what happens? There is a very beautiful song I remember from a Kannada song, but I will explain. Nanu Ninu Ennadiru Hina Manava Jnanadinda Ninna Nine Tilidukollelo Ninna Bittu Hoguva Jiva Ninnadenelo Nanu Ninu Ennadiru Hina Manava. There's a very beautiful song. I don't remember all these songs. Only this part I remember. Don't claim me or you. When you think with knowledge, then you will find everything is Bhagavan only. Everything is under Bhagavan. Jnanadinda ninna nine tilidukollelo. Through knowledge you come and understand you yourself. Ninna bittu hoguva jiva. If this jiva goes out of you, is that jiva yours? You claim yourself as this body, sharira mana buddhi chitta ahankara. The jiva, once it leaves this body, what is this body? Filth, bones, marrows, blood. Think. It stinks, flesh. And within 48 hours, it dismantles. That is this Sharira Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara, honestly speaking. From the highest Vedanta standpoint, Mano Buddhi Chitta Ahankara also are bodies only, limited only. Alright. Now, once this Jiva goes, now you claim this Jiva is mine. To whom are you claiming? This Sharira Mana Buddhi. Therefore, don't say I, you. Nanu Ninu Yennadiru Hina Manava. A despicable man, woman included, please. Jnanadinda, with knowledge, Ninna Nine, understand you yourself. Tilidu Kollelo, get to know. Here, all these people were feeling that they have now got a beautiful leader who will guide them, who will take them ahead, who will support them, who will lead them. Think. A leading character is extremely important. In a house, the Yajaman of the house. Sometimes Yajamani, whatever, whichever suits you. Isn't it? In many houses, Yajamani leads. Some houses, Yajaman also leads. In some houses, children lead. Anyway, there has to be one leader. And you just follow. Even in the ashrams, the Acharya is the leader. The Acharya unquestionably surrender and follow. Good, bad, indifferent is not yours. Just follow. Anyatha sharanam nasti. And then you will find the end result will always be good. Why? When the Acharya leads, it's not just an Acharya who leads, it is Bhagavan who leads in the form of a Guru. Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam. Think. Therefore, Natha Sanatha Baye Hamaju. Today we have got the leader and therefore we are no more orphans. We are well secured. Karibinati dukhadu sahasunaye. Now we submit ourselves. Hey Lord, you have come here for a purpose. Please do not forget your mission. Understand that thought? Purpose of the very avatar of Ramchandraji is to eliminate Ravana. Purpose of avatar of Ramchandraji is to eliminate evil. Therefore, two ways of looking at it. One, oh God, you are here to eliminate Rama. Don't forget that. And settle down here only. That is in a manner of saying. And two, there is no Ravana in Lanka somewhere. There are so many Ravanas in my own mind. Hey Natha, now we are secure, we have a leader. You lead this mind, which is filled with lots of Rakshasas of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Now they will not have a role to play because we have a leader, we are well secured. They cannot take us for a ride. Think. Karibinati dukad sahasunai. Please remove, even in the Bible there is a statement. You men of little faith. There is one statement in Bible. But Ramchandra says, don't worry. I will take care of you. Harashita nija nija sadana siddhaye. With lot of delight having seen Bhagavan and having restored their faith in Bhagavan that now we will be taken care. That confidence in them, that trust in Bhagavan, brought so much of delight. Harashita, nija nija sadhana siddhaya. They all went back to their own abodes. Why? They had been given portfolios to work, so they have to carry on their duty. So they all went. Chitrakuta Raghunandanu Chaye. This is a very beautiful word. Chaye. Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji, he took his abode in Chitrakuta. Chaye is a word which indicates that Ramchandraji loved this place. And in fact, to the maximum period of time, he stayed in Chitrakoot only. One of the commentators have written that he stayed there for 12 and a half years. What calculation, I don't know. It is given in one of the commentators are given 12 and a half years also he stayed in Chitrakoota, and 6 months he took to come and reach there, and the next 1 year he spent in war, or rather finding Sitaji and war with Ravana. This is a calculation, but 12 and a half years they say. What calculation we don't know, let us accept it. Anyway, we don't know, we were not there. So when Mahatma is given, we'll accept. 12 and a half years he stayed there, and he loved his stay there. Therefore, Tulsidas ji, he was there because he only almost, Aye, he said. Meaning what? He was already there and welcomed as though. That means what? Tulsidas ji knew very well. And therefore, Chaye he writes because he has seen Bhagavan Ramchandra ji. And therefore he writes, Samachara suni muni aaye. Now the gods and all they came, they did their part and then they left. Now comes suni muni aaye. Lot of, hermits, sages and saints, all of them streamed down the moment they came to know that Ramchandraji, Suni Muni aaye. As and when they listened to, all of them started flocking towards Chitrakuta. Avata dekhi mudita muni brinda. When Bhagavan saw that so many Muni, Rishi, Santa, Sage, all of them when they came, Kinha dandavata ragukula chanda. That's another very interesting. Again, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, Dandavata Pranama. Bhagavan fell at their feet, full Dirgha Danda Pranama. Remember, he is going through a Manava Avatara. Therefore, the duties of a Manava is to surrender first at the feet of the Guru. To indicate the thought that Guru is any day higher than you, therefore fall at his feet. Surrender, anyatha sharanam. Unconditionally surrender. Ramchandraji never thought, I am the Bhagavan. No. He worked, he behaved, he conducted, he did as per the avatara which he has taken. Manava Avatara. In Manava Avatara, Guru has the highest place. Therefore, fall at his feet. And Raghukula Chanda. Chanda is another very beautiful word which indicates beauty. The very, way of Bhagavan's attitude itself is beautiful. And Chanda also means moon, which is again indication of beauty. Muni Raghubar Hilai Uralehi. And all the Munivara. Now Munivara here refers to all the elderly Munivara, not the younger generation. The elderly generation, Munivara, all of them. Ramchandraji is young. Is it not? So, the elderly Munivara, they took a little liberty of being elderly, of being in the status of Guru, and therefore, Urala Lehi, they embraced Ramchandraji. How beautiful it will be. Supalaho nahita asisha dehi. They even blessed him. What do you mean by blessing? The idea is, they blessed him because after all, Ramchandraji's projects have to be successful only. And when they give the blessings, they can feel, yes, I blessed him. The project was successful. This is one part, one way it is called as Ankara, another way it is the joy, that innocent joy. Like how children, they sit in the father's back and with a stick. If there is no stick available, mother gives the child one opportunity to hit the husband also. So the mother turns the spoon, the long spoon, and then he gives. There is no ahankara. There is beauty. There is innocence. There is love. There is care. Isn't it? Supalaho nahita asishidehi. They blessed him in order to see that the blessings come true. It's a very beautiful feeling. You need to understand Yaf pashyati sapashyati. Siya saume trirama chabide kahi. As they saw, they gazed upon Ramchandraji, Sitaji and Lakshmanji's faces, sadhana sakala sapala karile kahi. All their sadhanas have been rewarded. This is a feeling they got. What are the sadhanas? Is there any sadhana greater than meeting Bhagavan, seeing Bhagavan, Pratyaksha Devata? What better sadhana will be there? So, when they saw Ramchandraji, they all felt all the sadhanas which they had done until date has been fulfilled, has been rewarded. This is an interesting point. We will see. Jatha jogasanamani prabhu bidakiye muni brinda. After paying respects, after honoring Bhagavan Ramchandraji and younger sadhus, they even prostrated to Ramchandraji. Bidakiye muni brinda. All the muni brinda, the group of saints and sages, they left back to their abode. Karahi joga jap jaga tapa nijashama nisachanda. Very interesting. Having fulfilled all their japa, tapa, yoga, etc., has brought them to have pratyaksha darshan of Bhagavan. That means what? All their sadhanas have been fulfilled. So do we say, oh, now it is done, now I need not do all that? Oh, no. Look at that. Karahi joga japa tapa. All that they went to practice, all of them. But there is a difference. What is the difference? Prior to this, there was some curiosity, inquisitiveness, demand, desperate thing. I want to see Bhagavan. I have to see. I don't know whether I will see him. So many disturbances, agitations also could have been there during the japa tapa. Therefore, they might have intensified their japa tapa, etc. because there is no guarantee there. But now, again they went back into japa tapa. You know why? Because now when they do the japa of, let us say, Sri Rama, then there is a delight. There is no pressure. Earlier there was pressure whether I would be able to gain the darshan of Lord. Now Lord's darshan is already, they got it. Now that becomes, occupied in the mind. Their heart is occupied with Ramchandraji's darshan. Therefore, whenever they do the japa, they remember all those. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. When they say, they remember how beautifully they had the darshan of Bhagavan, Mata Sita ji, Bhrata Lakshman ji. That joy, they continue to do the japa. Dhyana becomes more easy and simple. Why? Darshana is there. Therefore, Karahi Joga Japa Jaga Tapa, all the austerities they did, Nija Ashrama Nisuchanda, and by doing that, they made their very ashrama Suchanda, very beautiful, very delightful. Think. Continuing. यह सुदि कोल किरातन पाई हर्षे जनु नवनिधि घर आई कंदमूल फल भरी भरी दोना चले रंक जनु लूटन सोना तिन महजिन देखे दो भ्राता अपर तिनहि पूछहि मगु जाता कहत सुनत रघुबीर निकाई आई सबनि देखे रघुराई करहि जोहारु भेंट धरि आगे प्रभु ही बिलो कहीं अति अनुरागे चित्र लिखे जनु जहाँ तहाँ ठाड़े पुलक शरीर नयन जल बाढ़े, राम स्नेह मगन सब जाने, कहीं प्रिय बचन सकल सन माने, प्रभु ही जोहारी बहोरी बहोरी, बचन विनीत कहीं कर जोरी। अब हम नाथ सनाथ सब, भये देखी प्रभु पाय, भाग हमारे आगमनु, राउर कोसल राय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Very many times I must confess in front of you, I get so emotionally attached. As we have seen earlier also, there are varieties of people: physically oriented people, emotionally oriented people, intellectually oriented people. I am a bit emotional. Therefore, whenever I read such chaupais, dohas or some shlokas and in some text, I become so excited and I may make some mistakes. Please forgive me and we will proceed further. Yah sudhi kola kiratana pai. When the kolas and billas, meaning what? All the tribal people. We saw gods, we saw Muni Vrinda, now the tribal people. Yaha sudhi kola kirataka pai, harashe janunava nidhigarai. When they heard that Ramchandraji has come, they were so delighted and they came running. As though Navanidhi Gharai, as though the 9 forms of treasures of Kubera. Kuberaji's 9 forms of treasure has come. They came running to pick up those treasures. Meaning what? To have the darshan of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Kandamoola phala bhari bhari dona. In dona means that cup-like thing made out of leaf. They brought Kandamoola phala. We have described this earlier. All that bulbs and roots and fruits, etc., etc. They brought in large numbers. Chale ranka janu lootana sona. They came running so that they can loot all the treasures and gems and what is that? Nothing but Bhagavan's darshan. It, just as a pauper would come and see so much of wealth, he wants to loot everything. Like that they saw Ramchandraji and they want to loot that darshan, that beauty of Ramchandraji, Sitaji and Lakshmanji. Tina mahajina dekhe do bhrata, aparati nahi puchahi manujata. And those people, Tina Mahajina Dekhi Do Brata, the one who has already seen Ramchandraji, Lakshmanji and Sitaji, they went back and told everyone, go, he is there, you cannot miss it, go. Aparatina Hipu Chahimagubjat. Everybody came running and to have the darshan of Bhagavan Ramchandraji, Lakshmanji and Sitaji. Kahata Sunata Raghubira Nikai. And everybody, when they went back, they started Kahata Sunata. Those who listened, those who spoke, everybody were very happy. And the one who saw Bhagavan Ramchandraji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji, Ai Savani Dekhe Raghurai, they went and told, and everybody came to have the darshan. Karahi Joharu Bheta Dhari Age, Prabhu hi bilo kahi ati anurage. And when they came with all that Kandamoola phala, etc., with lot of greetings, with prayers, with respects at the feet of Bhagavan Ramchandraji, they spread everything what they have brought with so much of delight. Eyes filled with tears, mind is calm. No thoughts at all, just the very sight of Bhagavan, the whole mind became calm. There was only joy. Our joy is temporary because we are running behind temporary things and beings. But they have seen the permanent Supreme Lord. Therefore, mind became so quiet and they enjoyed that darshan of Bhagavan. Prabhu hi bhiloki ati anurage. They started loving Bhagavan so much. Chitra likhe janu jahata thade. And all of them, they just stood wherever they started seeing Ramachandraji, they just stood like as though a picture, chitra like, meaning what? They could not even move their eyelids. That was the experience they had. As though they were all painted figures, they just stood still to take the darshan of Bhagavan. Pulaka sarira nayana jalabadhe. Their whole body was thrilled and all their eyes were, streaming with, tears. Rama saneha magana sabajani. And Ramchandraji, he could see that love in all of them. See, you need to have that kind of a heart. Today when we see, we don't have that love to see others. We should have that love. The more we love them, the more will be the joy. Otherwise, today we have only fault finding, etc. Gurudev would always say, faults become thick when love is thin. What a beautiful statement. Whenever you see a fault in another person, remember you have a thin love towards that person. Where there is love, you cannot see faults. Why? Your priority is not what the other person is. Yeah, my priority is to love that person in spite of what he or she is. That is my nature. Think. Faults become thick when love is thin. And what Ramchandra saw is pure love, overwhelming love from all of them. Kahi priya bachana sakala sanamani. And priya bachana, with very, 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 very beautiful kahi priya bachana, with soft words, vachane ka daridrata, somewhere it is said. To speak, why should you have daridrata? Speak beautifully, make them feel good, make them feel happy. Delight them in soft and loving words. There's a very beautiful statement I read. Priya vakya pradhanena sarve tushyanti antavaha. Jantavaha, sorry. Priya vakya pradhanena sarve tushyanti jantavaha. With lot of soft and kind words, everybody is delighted. Prabhu hi johari bahori. And they, greeted Bhagavan again and again. They prostrated to Bhagavan again and again. They sang the glories of Bhagavan again and again. Bachana binita kahahi karajori. And all of them with folded hands towards Bhagavan spoke beautiful soft terms. And even Bhagavan again folded hands and spoke to them very softly and beautifully. Abhamanath sanata ab bhaye dekhi prabhupaya. Same similar thought. Hey Natha, we feel very secure and now there is no problem. We surrender at your feet and we are delighted. Bhaga hamare agamanu ravura kosalaraya. We consider your agamana is nothing but the reward of all our sadhana. It is our good luck. It is our fortune that from Ayodhya you have come all the way to this wonderful place. With that, we will, revel in that particular joy being with Ramchandraji and come back tomorrow to continue further. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।